Hi there, my name's Andy Hillier, and in this video I'm going to teach you my arrangement of the main theme from Elden Ring. I've done a cover version, so if you want to hear what it sounds like all the way through, because I've just done a kind of like a really easy-ish finger picking cover. So go and check that out. I'll leave a link in the description and a card above. In this video I'm going to teach you that, but just before I do, if you wouldn't mind subscribing to my channel, it really does help me out. Give me a like on the video, leave me some comments in the comment section as well, let me know what songs I should do next. And if you love what I'm doing, you want to support me, support the channel, and you want to print the tabs off for this, then I'll put it on my Patreon site. I'll leave a link to that in the description. I've got my guitar in standard tuning. The first line sounds like this. So to play that, it's based, the first bit part is based on an A minor chord. First finger B1, second finger on D2, third finger on G2. And we're just going to play those three strings, so the D, the G and the B strings. I'm just using my thumb and just strolling down, sort of strumming down using the sort of fleshier part to give it a warm sound. And then it does that again. Into bar 2 we're going to play D3 and G4, just those two strings. Then we're going to switch to, it stays on the D3, but we move to G2. So bar 2 goes. And then back to an A minor chord in bar 3. And then just play the D string and the G string. And then we go all the way up and play these octaves. Little finger on E12, first finger on G9. You play them at the same time. And then we've got this chord, which is your first finger on A8, second finger on D9, and little finger on B10. And you just play those three strings, so the A8, the D9, and the B10. And then we're going to go to this chord, which is, I'm using my first finger flat across the 7th fret, playing the E7 and the D7, and then I'm using my second finger on fret 8 on the A string. Okay, so you might prefer to use different fingers for that, or bar your fingers, whichever way you find is easiest. Okay, so let's put the whole line together. Here we go. And then there's kind of like a bar rest. It's not exactly a bar. You can just like kind of leave a little pause in there. And then we go on to this next line, and it speeds up slightly, and we get this. So to play that, we're going to play the open A string, D2 and E at the same time. If you want to, you could get rid of that D string and just play the open A string and the open E string, but it's quite nice to put that in. And then we're going to play B3 and then fret 2 on the G string. And if you can, use your little finger on B3 and your second finger on G2. Then you can leave them there for the next bar and just move your first finger. Okay, so we've got... And then we're going to move first finger to E1. You can play the E1 nearest to your face and then the open E nearest to the floor at the same time. Then the B3, then the G2. So bars 6 and 7 go. into bar 8, we're going to hold down E3 and B3. So first finger E3, second finger on B3, and third finger on G4. And you're going to play both E strings at the same time, then the B3, then the G4. Then take your first finger off the open E string, the E string nearest to your face, and play in the next bar, play both E strings, then B3, and then G4. Let's just quickly play the first 4 bars of that line you get. And then the next 2 bars are similar to the first 2 bars. You're just playing the open A string, then B3, then G2, E1 with the E, then B3, then G2. Then it changes on bar 12. You're going to play A3 with the open E string nearest to the floor, then B3, then fret 5 on the G string, then both E's open, then B3, and then G5. So the whole line goes. On to the next line, and we've got this. So bar 14, play the A string, then G2, then B. Bar 15, leave your finger on G2 because you're going to play E1 nearest to your face, then the G2, and then E4 nearest to your face and G1. If you want to, you don't have to play that E4, but it just sounds quite nice to do that. So it goes. Bar 16, you play E3 nearest your face with the open G string, then G2, then B, then B1, then bar 17, play the E string with B3 at the same time, then B1. So the first 4 bars of that line you get. Bar 18 is the same as bar 14, so you get. Bar 19 is the same as bar 15, so you get. Then bar 20 changes, you're going to play A3, and then G2, and then A2 and D3 and G4 all at the same time. And then play the fret 5 on the G string. So bar 20 goes. Then bar 21, got the E string with D2 and G5 at the same time. Then B3 and G4. So the whole of that line goes. And on to the last line, and we've got. So to play that bar 22, we've got the A string with D2 and G2 at the same time. Bar 23, we've got A2 with D3 and G4 at the same time. Then G2, G1, into bar 24, go back to G2 but with a D string. And then open E with D2. And then bar 25, got E1, B3, then B1 with E4, then open B, and then there's just an A minor chord. I've done it as a bar chord. I could have done it just as a normal chord like this, but first finger barred across all strings at the 5th fret, third finger A7, little finger on D7, and just going to play that twice again. If you struggle to do bar chords, just play normal A minor chords, it's going to sound the same. And then just an open A string in bar 27. Okay, so that whole line goes 2, 3, 4. Okay, so let's put it all together. Well, I do hope you've enjoyed that little guitar lesson. If you have, if you wouldn't mind subscribing to my channel, which is Andy Hillier, it really does help me out. Give me a like on the video as well, that helps the video do some more views. And I love to hear from you, so please leave me some comments in the comment section. Let me know where in the world you're from. Let me know what songs I should do next. And if you love what I'm doing, you want to support me, support the channel, and you want to print the tabs off for this, then I'll put it on my Patreon page. I'll leave a link to that in the description. Well, thanks for watching this. I've been Andy Hillier. Have a good day, and I'll see you next time.